Are we ready? We're ready to go? Okay, I will call this meeting of the Board of Trustees for the reorganizational meeting for Orange Township. Today is January the 7th, and roll call, Trustee Faust. Here. Trustee Knapp.
Here.
Trustee Ringel.
Here.
At this time, I'd like everybody to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, and at this time, I will take nominations for Chair of the Board of Trustees.
Go ahead.
I would like everyone wants to nominate Eric, I think. I would like to nominate Mrs. Faust for chair for this year.
I accept.
Is there a second?
Is her accepting the second?
No, I think you have to say.
I'll second that.
Second.
So Ms. Knapp made the motion, and then Mr. Ringel seconded it.
That is correct, and Ms. Faust accepted. Okay, any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes.
And at this time, I'll take nominations for Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees.
I'd like to, mine. I'd like to nominate Trustee Knapp.
And I will second that.
Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call. Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes.
Trustee Ringel?
Yes.
Okay, continuing on, we had our Township Light Fight over the month of December, and lots of great participation from our families in the community again this year. So thank you to all the families that participated for all your hard work decorating your homes and giving us reasons to get out and drive around and look at your beautiful homes. Our first place winner this year was on Scarlett Avenue. It's Brad and Hanan Prim, and we always love your house. It's super fun to stand out there for hours and look at all the fun things that you guys put up. So thank you for all your work. That house was sponsored by Daisy May Designs, and so you guys are getting a super sweet gift basket from them. So we're excited about that. Our second place winner was on Baltic Avenue, and it's Eric Gerstenberger. And he's not able to be here today, but we're grateful for their participation, and their house was also gorgeous. And the Little Gym sponsored that winner, that second place winner. So he will get a basket from them. And then the third place was along Feathertip Lane. It was Sheila Dixon. And again, lots of time and effort put into these homes and super fun to look at. And that winner is sponsored by Vaughn Industries. So thank you to all of our families that participated. We're excited for all of our winners, and thank you to all of our sponsors for their participation and partnership with the township. Yes. Mm-hmm. Brad, do you want a picture? Sure. We appreciate you coming every time.
Yeah, Hanan always asks for it later.
Okay.
Lisa, I'll be your phone.
Send me the pic, okay.
Do you want me to, or do you want me to send you a picture, or?
Oh, yeah, no, that's not.
Eric and Matt, it's so green. It's so pretty.
It's so rain, I just.
I have no idea. Okay, any general announcements?
I do not have any.
Okay, the only one that I have is our business breakfast is coming at the beginning-ish of February. It is Tuesday, February 10th, 7:30 in the morning at the Ohioan, which is the renamed Nationwide Conference Center. So that is a free event for our Orange Township located businesses. Even if you're a home-based business, that still counts. So we are having township staff kind of give an overview and update of what's happening in the township, and also Auditor George Keitsa will be coming and discussing property tax and things at the State House. So we're excited for that update as well. So you have to register by the first week in February, so that we have a head count for food. So hopefully people will join us for that. That was all I had announcement-wise.
I don't have anything else.
We have this, the zoning code hearing will be on Monday, the January 20th.
Tuesday, January.
Sure, Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday, the 20th, that'll be here at Township Hall at 6. That's where hopefully will be our last meeting with the zoning code, and we can kind of tie a neat bow on that project and release it to our community. So come one, come all for a super fun meeting. That was all I had.
Okay.
Okay, now we're going, do we have any public comment? Seeing none, we will continue with our organizational meeting. All right, so our trustee meeting schedule this year. Michelle, do you want to kind of
Yeah,
go through these?
I can try to, do you guys want me to do it one by one, or just go over everything and then pass resolutions? What are you thinking? I know there's a
Go over
lot.
Everything and then just pass resolutions.
Just pass
Just
Okay.
quickly at the end.
Okay, yeah, so the first item is the trustee meeting schedule. We are proposing keeping the same first and third Wednesdays at 3 o'clock. The only exception to that is Tuesday, February 3rd. That is due to majority of us attending the Ohio Township Association Conference. So we propose Tuesday, February 3rd at 3 o'clock. I know we're not taking any action, but I just want to know if there's any concern with the scheduling for that. I think hopefully for special meetings or zoning, we'll be flexible and try to focus more of those on the evenings, as that's when the public.
Typically attends. We had thrown out the idea and kind of hashed it out as far as, do we try to do evening? Do we try to do one in the evening and one during, at the 3 o'clock timeframe? But after much discussion, we are going to keep it as it is for 2026. So thank you to everybody who participated in that decision-making process.
And you said that the February 4th would be the 3rd, is that?
Correct.
Yeah, so it'd be
Because we're all at FTA.
Tuesday, February 3rd at 3 o'clock is what we're proposing.
Should be fine.
Okay. Moving on, we have a handful of appointments for the General Health Advisory Council. We have it proposed to continue Lisa Knapp as that role. Following that, Delaware County Regional Planning Commission representatives. As usual, we typically appoint the director and the senior zoning officer to that, which would be Robin Duffy and Eric Gayetsky. Moving forward, we need appointments for the Delaware County, and please stop me if you have any questions. The Delaware County Tax Incentive Review Council. We would like to continue with myself, Michelle Bonney, and Michael Ringel for those appointments.
We talked about,
I believe Chair Faust
Yeah.
would like to
Eric,
serve.
okay. Okay, sorry.
no, you're good.
For Records Commission, that is typically treated as the chair, so that would be Trustee Faust for that, the fiscal officer, and myself, the administrator, to serve on that for 2026. Our business hours are proposed to remain the same, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. The next item is in regards to when we declare items obsolete or for auction or sale. So we would like to continue with using GovDeals and Brindle Mountain for our auction sites. Brindley Mountain, excuse me. That is geared towards fire equipment apparatus. But we did start using them last year, and it seemed to work out for us. I know that's a couple pages of things. So moving on to page 12 of the template, the mileage rate has increased to 72 and a half cents per mile effective January 1st. So we would want to address that in the record. Our pay period schedule is attached in your backup, and nothing is changing as far as the scheduling of that, which is every other Friday. Employee paid holidays, the only difference that we are proposing this year is to observe Independence Day on Monday, July 6th. That is mainly because of our 4th of July event being held on the actual holiday, which is Saturday, I'd like to give the staff, most of us will have to work the Friday, which we would typically observe it, so I'd like to give the staff, you know, a somewhat of a weekend, so observing it on Monday would be our preference. I don't know if we want to pause here, because the next one is going to be our fee schedule, and I do want to kind of talk about that a little more.
That's fine. Do you want to run through these and approve all these and then? Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-003 in the matter of establishing a reasonable method whereby the public may determine the time and place of all regularly scheduled meetings of the board and the time and place and purpose of all special meetings and emergency meetings of the board.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. Sorry. Okay. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-004, appoint Lisa Knapp as a member to the General Health Advisory Council.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 25-005, appoint Robin Duffy as Regional Planning Representative.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-006, appoint Eric Gayexi as Regional Planning Alternate Representative.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-007, appoint Erica Faust and Michelle Bonney as the township members of the Delaware County Tax Incentive Review Council.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-008, Records Commission.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. Make a motion to approve Resolution 26-009, Business Office Hours.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. Make a motion to approve Resolution 26-010, intent to sell by internet auction personal property, including motor vehicles, road machinery, equipment, tools, or supplies that is not needed for public use, is obsolete, or is unfit for the use for which it was acquired.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. Sorry. Okay, make a motion to approve Resolution 26-011, 2026 mileage rate.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-012, 2026 pay period schedule.
Second? Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
That's Mike's turn.
No, it's your turn. Just getting excited there, but okay, period.
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-013, employee paid holidays 2026.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle?
Yes.
Trustee Knapp?
Yes?
Trustee Faust?
Yes. Okay.
All right, okay, so next is the fee schedule, and we've done this for a couple years, so we try to put all of our fees together into one master one. There were a couple changes proposed. If you look on page 14 of your template, the fire prevention schedule, or some of the fees were changed, and that's just feedback from cost of materials by our mechanic, Bill Worley. So you can see that in there.
Are those the ones that are yellow?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, keep going.
That's okay. Zoning fees, we are not proposing any changes to. Let's see, we did over the year add a new fee, so like the Evans Farm special event fee is incorporated in that. I also added the brick fees, because that was not part of the master schedule in the past, so I wanted to include that. Now, as far as the North Orange Aquatic Center goes, our pool fees, we are proposing two changes, and you're not going to see that in the template, but I do have that as part of, if you can pull that up, Eric, it should be a Word document. It's already up, I think I pulled the right page. Yeah, there you go. Okay, So we are proposing 2 changes to the pool fee schedule. The first is a new fee established, and we would like to call it a guest of resident fee as a daily pass, and that would be proposed at $15. And then the resident twilight fee, it's already existing, but we would like to increase that to $8.
Was that currently 5?
Yes.
So, and what time does twilight?
5.
5 o'clock, okay.
So those are the changes I have in the fee schedule in its
So
entirety.
you guys had sent us emails on that, so thank you for the history explaining. I happened to be at a New Year's Eve gathering with somebody who is a swim coach for Worthington. Is one of the reasons behind increasing the guest of the resident increase was because of Worthington's outdoor pool next to Thomas Worthington High School is going to be closed all summer. So I do think he agreed, he was like, yeah, you should totally increase that, take advantage of that opportunity for us to, again, like we said, the pool is for residents, and our costs are less compared to a lot of other pools because we are paying it in our taxes. So a guest of a resident is not a resident, because if you're just a resident but you don't have a pool pass, you get the resident rate. So I'm comfortable with increasing that guest of resident pass because they don't pay our property taxes. That would help cover the school. Or the pool, yeah.
I disagree with the twilight though, because if it's only $2 less, we want to encourage people to come at night because it's so busy during the day, and usually you just spend a couple hours. So, how many people do we get in the evening that come? Because you have a family of 4
I don't know, were we able to pull that type of data?
About 5,000, that's easy.
come in the evening, and how many come during the day?
Varies day to day. Our day pass this year, 10,000.
So about,
Sorry, a little over 9,000.
so 4,000,
So about half.
Wait, but
Okay.
you said pool passes though, right? So there's more than one person on a pool pass. Like how many daily passes during the day, and how many like the total attendance during the day?
Again, it varies weather dependent. This year was not a great year weather-wise. The start of summer, with several weeks that were really bad. The end of summer, several weeks really bad. So our numbers were a little skewed this year. So kind of taking out those couple weeks on each end of the season, our membership visits were a little over 34,000. Our day passes were a little over 9,000.
Yeah, I mean,
Twilight's a little over half of the day pass
so,
on average.
so 5,000 of the 9,000 was Twilight?
Yeah. No, it's two separate,
Oh,
two
two
separate
separate,
figures.
so
Yeah.
We track those
9,000
separately
daily.
right now.
but
5,000.
so you
Correct.
could get there at 11 a.m. and stay until 7:50 for $10, or come for 2 hours. I mean, I think it should be maybe like 6, because we want to encourage people to come in the evening. And those, if they're residents, they're still paying taxes.
Yeah, and we can do
What
the guest.
was the-
Are we
Twilight
adjusting the
this year.
season passes at all? I would suggest like bumping them up every year by $5 or $10 to keep up with everything,
Bumping up the season pass every year?
Yeah, if we just did it every year rather than a huge chunk all at once, because with inflation, I mean, and everything else, and the cost to run the pool, I hate to penalize the people who come occasionally because they're still residents, but I think we should bump up every year, like
So this-
$5 or maybe 10 for the larger tiers. Because it's still a really good deal, especially these days. Maybe the
Yeah, I
lower
mean, I'm
ones.
definitely, I think we didn't propose any changes to the season passes, because in our minds, we were trying to put the additional costs on non-pass
But
holders,
why?
non-residents.
But why? I mean,
Non-
those people are still residents.
No, I
mean-
think.
Oh, the $5 extra, yeah,
Right.
but,
I think we're all comfortable with the guest of resident pass.
yeah, give it a
Increase,
try
that's a
and see
yes,
how,
that's easy,
yeah,
yes.
because they're non-residents, and that
Right,
makes
that's fine. I
sense.
think we're comfortable.
But I want to make sure that our residents also that just come a few times a year, especially like the people that, swim one, so I mean, I.
Would you be comfortable, so Silas said this year the Twilight pass was 5.
I would like
I heard you
6.
say
Yeah,
6.
maybe
So
just
bump it
6.
to 6 for the Twilight pass.
Because you only get a
Okay.
couple hours, and
And
usually
then-
maybe 3.
And
Yeah, it's
then my-
completely a board decision. I mean, the numbers that I propose, or that staff looked at to propose to you guys, are really based off all the comparables in the area. They're not just dreamt up numbers that we're like, hey, let's throw a dart at the board and see what number we come up with. Looking at comparables, that's why we offered the increase. We were really, really low. We don't want to exceed the market. We don't want to be below the market. We try to be somewhere in the sweet spot in the middle. That's why we propose no major changes to anything else, day passes, season passes, and stuff. Want to try to keep things flat for our residents. And as Michelle and Trustee Faust mentioned, just try to pass that, any other potential opportunity for revenue on to the guest of residents, with the other change obviously being the twilight. So if the board's not comfortable going up to 8, it's obviously a board decision, but again, it's just kind of developed through looking at comparable pools in the region.
So what about then, don't our season pass holders, aren't those pretty low too?
No, this past summer was about, I think, top 3 or 4 of all time.
Top what?
No,
Top
wait,
three.
Lisa, you're asking about like the average as far as like Costco's?
Yeah, they're pretty low.
The
Oh,
pass- the
Costco's,
pass.
we are, again, we're right in the middle, which is why we did not propose any increases
Yeah, I would
this
say,
year.
I think we need to increase those every year by like maybe $5 for the couple lower tiers, maybe for the,
Did we
three-
do, so looking back at your comparison chart, it looks like we had, it's hard to read on my phone. We increased from 24 to 25 by $5, is that correct? For the pass?
Was
the
it-
On
family
the
pass.
season passes,
Yeah, the
is it
we,
season
five for
passes.
each, or is it?
roughly $10 from 24 to 25, because we've kind of gone every other year, it looks like, at least for the
I think
last
we
4 or
should go
5
every year because
I'd
then,
rather do a $5 increase every year than a $10 every other year.
yeah,
I feel like I
because
could stomach that better.
you could
as a-
do 5 for like the 3 lower tiers and then maybe 10 for the upper 3, because we need to keep up with inflation. I mean, things are very expensive. And
So-
it's still a really good deal. And, and again, I mean, the people get the season passes, they get a great deal compared to the people that come there. And they're still all residents, they're just at different stages in their life.
I'm sorry, am I hearing $5 increase for family 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or more,
How
or
about
just?
how about like the
One,
single, 1, 2, and 3?
2 and 3 is 5.
And then 4, 5, and 6 is 10.
Yeah.
Or we could do something more scientific, but that
I'm
maybe,
fine with that.
that way every year it's a little small increase to keep up, because I think we still have a pretty big deficit.
All right, so the youth's going to be 120, a single adult's 120, senior is 90, family of 2 is 190, family of 3 is.
Oh, so you want to increase 5, every 5 across all?
Well, family of 3 is 210, family of 4 is 240, family of 5 is 260, family of 6 is 280, right?
And then what about babysitter? Should
Oh,
we
yeah,
bump that
babysitter
to
should bump
90?
that up to 90 as well.
And that way we want to encourage
Additional
people.
child dependent for family of 6, let's just keep that 30, because if you have a bigger family of 6, that's fine.
Yeah, because they have to prove the dependency too, right?
Right.
And that way, and we want to encourage people, like I said, to come in the evening when it's not as busy as well. And that, to me, I mean, I went there personally last year, and, it was like, during the day, of course, it was like $50. And then we went during the evening, and it was much less expensive.
Yeah, if you're only going for a couple hours, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so the resident twilight is still going to be 5, the resident daily is still going to be 10, the guest of resident is 15.
Okay, so we're not increasing
That
the
we
twilight to
talked about,
6?
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
resident
sorry,
twilight
it's just
6.
I'm comfortable with 6.
Okay.
Okay.
And the night swim is the night swim
Night swim is
staying the
still 12.
same?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
And we increased that in recent
At
years
least
too.
a year ago,
Yeah.
And we ran that against the other like fun activities to do in the evening.
Yeah, maybe-
Chiller and different things.
Yeah, maybe
Gymnastics
bump it
place, all
up
that.
next year or the year after. But I think for the other passes, we just need to keep every year.
Slight
helping them
increases,
pay
more
for
slight
their share,
increases
yeah.
rather than
Oh,
less
yeah.
big.
Yeah, and then we get all that money in the interim, Plus, if they're the ones mainly using the pool, they should probably be paying for part of it.
Okay. Good.
Do you want me to run it through one more time?
I'm good with it.
You're good? Okay. All right.
Get all this notes down.
I guess if you don't mind, Trustee Faust, the last 5 items on the organization are pretty simple, so I can
Yep.
power through those.
Yep.
So the next 2 are in regards to the fiscal office. These are resolutions that we need to pass to handle reallocations and supplemental appropriations. Yeah, also the advance of real estate tax collections too, so the 3 are fiscal related. Following that is public records training. This is something we've done in the last couple years, is we officially designate Miss Valerie Bunting to be our designee for public records training, and she's thrilled to do it.
Thank you, Val, for doing that for us. We appreciate it. As you do fill the public records request
Yes,
typically.
she is.
so
She
You
does
need all
oversee
the
our
knowledge, so
records.
we appreciate that.
Yes. And then the last item under organizational business is accepting our annual inventory reports. We did get updated reports by each of the departments for today's meeting. And that's something that will be filed with the fiscal office.
The request for the advance of real estate tax collection, is that just for Donna to request our first collection early?
Yes.
Okay, great. Do we want to do those motions?
Yeah, so I think it's, we want to do the fee schedule and then the rest of those, or as discussed and amended, so.
Okay. I make a motion to approve resolution 26-014 to accept fee schedule for 2026 as discussed and amended.
Second?
That's Ringel.
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes. Make a motion to approve resolution 26-015 reallocations.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes, I make a motion to approve resolution 26-016 supplemental appropriations.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp, excuse me,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes, I make a motion to approve resolution 26-017 request for advance of real estate tax collections.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes, I make a motion to approve resolution 26-018 name Valerie Bunting as designee of Board of Township Trustees for public records training.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes, I make a motion to approve resolution 26-019 accepting inventory reports as annual inventory and directing the township administrator to file copies with the township fiscal officer.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes. Okay. Now we were talking about the last couple meetings in December.
Yes, so we didn't have any purchase orders or anything under the consent agenda for today. So we just have the electronic records of proceedings for the regular trustee meeting held on December 17th and the special meeting held on December 29th of 2025.
Okay, did anybody have any questions about this? Okay. I make a motion to approve resolution 26-020, approving the electronic record of the proceedings from the regular meeting held on December 17th, 2025, and the special meeting held on December 29th, 2025.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes? Oh, yeah, HRMI.
Afternoon, trustees. So we have before you today Charlie Schneider for our zoning compliance officer. So Charlie comes to us as a graduate from Ohio State, and his degree is in public management, leadership, and policy. And he's done interns with Worthington, City of Gahanna, and then hometown of Lima. Interviewed great. I think he's going to be a wonderful addition to the zoning department.
Yeah, I read through his resume and his application, pretty excited to have him on board, so.
I feel
yeah.
very fortunate.
Yes, good job, thanks for doing all the work to find him.
And there was just one applicant, right?
It was.
Wow.
We turned it around pretty quick. We were very impressed and wanted to move quick.
That's good.
Snag him before someone else got.
Kind of.
Good job.
Yes, you did.
I make a motion to approve resolution 26-021, right, keep him out of your time. Appointment of Charlie Schneider to full-time position of zoning compliance officer and establishment of compensation.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringel,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes?
trustee Faust.
Yes. Okay, Robin. Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
We need to schedule a meeting.
We do. So the applicants, owners of the Parkway Plaza project have submitted an amendment to us for your consideration. So essentially, they're looking to add about 2,000 square feet to their building. Because that is an overlay project, the amendment goes directly to the Board of Trustees for consideration, does not get heard by Regional Planning or the Zoning Commission. So we will notice it accordingly, send email notice to the neighbors as well, since we have their emails on file from previous hearings. But that will need to go before the board for your approval. Looking at some dates, some potential dates that I'll throw out there would be January 27th or 28th or February 3rd. That would be a Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Tuesday. The 3rd would be after the regular meeting.
And is that a 30-day period we have to schedule?
It's actually technically 45 days.
Okay.
So it could extend into later, early February as well.
I think at this point, those all,
I would prefer the 28th or the 3rd.
I prefer the 3rd if possible.
okay.
What time on the 3rd were we thinking?
What time is the meeting? Is the meeting
Meeting's
at 3?
at 3.
Is this
Oh, this
been,
is-
has this been controversial?
I mean, it's
Residents
Parkway.
have shown up to
Right.
previous hearings.
Yeah.
I don't know whether this amendment will be controversial necessarily, but there has been interest in the project.
And the conference is the next morning, is that right?
I think the
Maybe
conference
I-
starts in the afternoon.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
first day, you're right. Like, what about like 5? Or we could do 4:30, but do you think 5
I feel
is
like we want to
better?
make it for the residents.
We'll do
Yeah,
5, yeah.
Tuesday, February 3rd at 5?
Yes.
Okay.
With respect to this application, has the applicant seemingly worked out most of the traffic pattern issues with the county engineer as far as we're aware?
I believe they're still in discussions with the county engineer and drawing up some kind of agreement for roadways in that area.
Do we think that would be finalized prior to that meeting? We've no
I
idea.
would say that is unlikely.
Okay, just curious. Okay, I make a motion to approve Resolution 26-022, schedule hearing date for RCOD 23-03, Parkway Plaza Amendment for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026 at 5 PM.
Second, oh, sorry, your turn.
That was Mike.
Mike. Trustee Ringgold.
Yes.
Trustee Knapp.
Yes.
Trustee Faust.
Yes. Okay, I think the only other thing we had to talk about was the fire levy.
I can
Go for it.
go for it. Okay. Yes. So we received notification from the county that our additional additional fire levy at 2 mills is expiring at the end of this collection year of 2026. So this year. So we are asking the board to consider putting a fire levy of some sorts. We would have some options to present for this May's ballot. Given the timeline of it, we have to complete or pass both resolutions by February 4th. So in a perfect world, we would do the resolution of necessity on the January 21st meeting, and then the resolution to proceed at the February 3rd meeting, which we will then file shortly after that. For today's discussion, we were hoping to at least have some preliminary discussions before we have to start passing these resolutions, so that's why we're here today. We would like to at least talk about options and kind of a strategy going into it. I don't have the financials today, and I don't know what the millage rates and numbers would look like. We would definitely have that ready for you at the January 21st meeting, but at least getting some direction on how we want to handle this would be really helpful for the team. I was able to meet with Ms. Batten earlier and the chief today, and we were just trying to, weigh out some options, but I think there are two to try to focus on, is if we want to continue with the additional levy as is, so just have 2 levies. We would propose taking a closer look at what that millage would bring us the next, we would propose a 5-year term, because if we do a 5-year, that would go, let me say it, that would go in line with both levies after we do our normal levy one more time. So we would renew the 7 mil levy next year. That's 3 more years. By year 5, both the 7 mil and the 2, and whatever we decide will expire together. The other option is if we can dissolve the 7 mil levy and create a new combined levy. So right now the millage is the 7 and the 2. We would not go for 9 because with the new valuation that would be more money that we need. So it would be a lesser millage when you combine the 2. I don't have that number today. But with the challenge of the combination is that we would lose the rollback. if
And
we go
that's
that
over
route.
$1 million a year, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, I would not be in favor of that. What about, I mean, I know we need 2 mills, right?
We
Expenses
absolutely
haven't
do,
gone down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So what about, when is the big one, when is that up?
Next year.
No.
We would go on the ballot for next November.
2027.
Yeah,
Well,
20
it would stop collecting in calendar year 2027, correct? So we could put it on the ballot
We could
this
put it,
November if we wanted to, but we typically
I don't
don't.
know, no, I think it stops collecting in 28, because we usually do it a year ahead of
Okay.
time.
So it's not till
so-
27, right?
Yeah, it stops in
Okay.
27, so the last collection will be in 28.
And there was a reason why we had, when you first took office, you made, we were already kind of ready to go on it, but then you made some suggestions, I can't remember them now. What did you suggest?
I think we suggested the additional 2 mil as a stopgap to get us to this calendar year. But
Yeah.
we
And
could-
then
would
I thought we
consider
were
combining the
combining
levies.
this.
Oh, is that what it was? Okay.
And the less frequently that we have to ask, because we definitely have 3 levies, right? We have parks, we have roads, and we have fire.
Yeah.
So I don't, and then obviously everything else that's out there as
And
well.
we plan to do Parks and Roads this November.
And did Genoa have a 5-year levy?
That is correct.
And that's what they went on the ballot twice last year, right? And the
That is
5
correct.
year is the one that passed.
That is correct.
Okay.
They
First
were
was
both
a
5
permanent.
years.
No, the
Weren't
first
they?
one was.
Permanent.
It was a permanent.
That's right, okay. And Liberty has a 5, did they have a 5-year?
No, I believe they
There's
stuck with the
3.
permanent and they got it past the second round. Am I correct, Chief?
Or-
No, the permanent was additional, so they have 2 of
Okay.
them. It's kind of like where we're at. One was an additional, which is a lesser amount, and then they have their original, I think it's a 5 mil, the original. And I don't know if that's on, what cycle that's on off the top of my head.
So what if we did like a 2-year and then in 2 years, do 5 years for both?
Is that, I think that's what,
You know,
If we don't want to have to, I
That way
would,
it's every
su-
5 years
Yeah.
and not every 3 years.
It helps, it'll help break up between the parks and the roads and then the fire.
if we
right?
do
Yeah.
5 years, or 2,
Well, no, 2 years. They'll all be on the same time if you do 2.
yeah.
So every single,
Yes.
but we would, so what is on in 2 years?
in 20,
So
was
wait,
it 28?
28,
So the roads and the parks will be on the ballot this year, correct?
November?
November, yes.
Yeah, so,
2026 November is Parks and Roads.
yeah. But we will still collect, though, an additional year in '27.
Yeah, we try to do
So-
our main ones a year in advance. in
Right.
case.
but we
just in
passed
case.
the big one in 2024, so it will be back on next year in 2027, right? So what about
So,
having this for, it would
I
be
guess-
nice to line up both fire levies and
Yeah,
have
and
them
that's why,
every 5
I
years.
I would suggest doing the 2 now for 5 years, so we don't, because we don't have to talk about this every year.
Yeah.
But then in 2027, we would do,
That would just be a renewal, we'll keep that one as a.
And that would be a
3-year.
3-year renewal, which then we would line up
Exactly.
everybody
Yeah.
together in
Yeah.
2029. Those numbers right?
No,
that's probably not
well,
right.
yeah, if
31?
you go a year in advance, right?
depending on what you
Yeah,
ask for,
You would
yeah.
be, well, 2030, so, or 2029, and then you would, commencing in 2030, first collecting in 2031.
When do I go on the ballot? That's the only thing that sticks in my brain.
I'm sorry, 29. Isn't it crazy that we're talking 29 and 30?
So,
What about doing, okay, go ahead.
so say that again, what you just said, but just talk to me about when I'm gonna ask the community. Like when we're on the ballot.
29.
If we
For-
do what?
If you
To do
take
the
the 2
combined.
mil and do a new levy for 5 years,
In 26,
yes,
Put
on
it-
the primary.
on the big one or the,
It's a
Are you
small
sure
one
it's
this
not
year.
2030?
that doesn't seem right.
Is it 2030?
If we ask in 26 for a 5-year, won't I
Well,
be
but
on in
don't you guys go a year
2031?
in advance, though? Because it would,
But collecting's different, but like we
'cause
ask.
she asked when it would be on the ballot.
Right?
Because I think we usually ask, do we usually ask for it to collect that, we usually ask for it to collect the following year. We like to go a year ahead.
Yeah.
But we can't ask for it to collect the current year if we had to, which we don't want to. But, so if something did fail, which I doubt, but if something failed, you could pass a levy the next year and ask that it be collected for
Yeah.
that year.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, so it'd be on the ballot in 29.
Okay.
It would
Which
commence
one?
in 30.
The 2,
If you.
the small one.
Well, if you aligned the 2 mil at 5 years, okay,
then it would come due the same time that the 7 mil would come due. And you would be able to evaluate it
And get the
and
number that we
combine
really
them.
need. But we would lose the rollback at that point.
Well, and there's
Yeah.
a chance in the next 5 years, we might not have.
Have
that.
levies
Okay,
and
what
get
about
the quotas.
though, so is the big fire levy up next year?
Yes.
That's what we would want to put on the ballot. Mhm.
So is there talk about them getting rid of the rollback?
They have phased out rollback for additional.
Anything new, yeah, but I heard they might phase it out,
For, even for
Yes.
renewals?
yes.
Yeah, and that's something again, that's why I propose that, or I want to throw out the second option of just combining them now.
Yeah, but then we lose $1 million a year, and that's just too
Oh,
much.
no,
One-
we
Well,
wouldn't
it's not that
lose
we
it.
lose it,
No,
it's
we
the.
What do you mean
community.
combining?
Well, we would lose it if we combined it.
Yeah. if-
Well,
The state would
the
not be paying
township
it.
still
Yeah.
gets
Oh, I'm
it,
sorry.
it's
We
just the
would still get-
state
yeah. Oh, yeah.
doesn't. It's
Yeah.
the community pays
Yeah.
that $1 million.
I'm in
right now
Lisa's
that
brain,
they're-
like the state wouldn't, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like 1.2 million, that's a lot of money, I think. What if we did, so the big fire levy is up next year, right? Is that right?
Yeah.
Right, 2027. So what if we did 2 mills? I'm not really in favor of going on a special election, but what if we did 2 mills special election just for a year? And then next year ask for wait, what's on the ballot next year?
I think that my concern is talking about a levy every year. I mean, that's
Well,
what
it's
we
only
just.
2 mills, though. It would be nice to ask for a 5 mil, even though you might have to adjust it a little bit more. It might be a bigger jump at
5-year, you
5-year. Yeah, 5-year. It'd be nice to have the 5-year, just put it on the ballot next year, 5-year, and then you could put this one on the ballot, because we're talking about having them both in the same ballot at some point. So if they were both on the ballot, do this for a 1-year stopgap and put both of them on the ballot next year for 5 years.
Put
and
both
they're-
of them on the ballot or combine them to put one?
Well, both of them, because otherwise, I
I
think.
feel like as a resident, I wouldn't vote for 2. I'd be like, no, I'm going to pick the cheaper one. I would vote yes for the cheaper one and I vote no for.
So we're never going to have them aligned, but you guys
But
are
we might
talking
wanna
about aligning
consider-
them. If you align them for 5 years now, you're still aligning them. Either we're going to
But
align
I
them
think
or
you're going to
not.
lose the rollback at the 5 years. That's the.
Yeah, and I don't want to lose the rollback, but if people know right now that we have 2 separate levies and the reason behind it, and we're able to, I think it's something easy enough to articulate. Because rather than every other year, we're voting on fire. Plus, it's easier if it's every 5 years.
Well, then that means we would have to put it on, right, how would that work?
I mean, I think we would be talking fire almost every year.
Yeah.
for-
No, next, you put a 1 mil for now in the
2
special.
mil for 1 year.
Yeah, 2 mil for 1 year. And then next fall is when, next fall is when the next one's at
No,
2027.
the 7 goes on this fall.
No,
No.
No, next year,
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna put it on
2027.
this year.
no,
the
putting
roads and
2027.
parks go.
It last was 2024. So that one's up 2027. So why not do this for a year and then just have 2 separate levies? And sometimes the messaging can be hard with this kind of thing, but this is easy. If you put it, the firefighters put out there and we put out there, we have 2 separate levies.
So I'm on the DD board and we're having a ballot on the levy on the ballot, sorry, in May. And what they are doing is a renewal plus an additional. So.
Does that
so-
lose the rollback?
That was
That
the
I'm not
rollback.
sure
No, it
about.
doesn't lose the rollback.
Wait, what's
Because
it-
we have a 2 mil, and we initially talked about doing a replacement and doing a 1.9 mil, because it's less. But then we realized that we would lose the rollback, so the community would lose out. So then we're doing the 2 mil
So
with
they
like
don't
an
lose it.
additional 0.7 or something like that.
So why don't we do that
But
next fall?
there's only one box I'm going to check as a voter.
So next year, we could do a renewal plus additional of 2.
we could do that this year. Yeah.
But then we could do that this year, but then we would
Can we
cancel the,
though?
Yeah, you
Because
would
the,
you could vacate the.
but can we renew the levy? I didn't think we could put the renewal levy on until next year.
If we want to not lose the rollback,
If
we
it
can
were
only
just
renew the big
a
one.
replacement, then I think we could
Yeah, I
not
think renew the
collect.
big one.
Far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we need to understand if we can get to next year based on just the collections that we'll have for this 2 mills, and then potentially do a renewal and an increase next year.
No, and that's
So the
still, yeah.
renewal
And then
is
they're
the
both
big
on the
one,
same,
plus
on
an-
the, yeah,
plus
because
an
otherwise we're
increase, that would
waiting.
be the 2.
Well, if we let the additional expire with no plan, I'm gonna have to make significant operation changes in '28.
Wait,
if
what?
that does not
What do
work
you-
out.
If it doesn't
Because
pass.
we just,
If
we
what?
give us, if we let this one expire and just wait to vote all next year and something
No, we're
doesn't
not
work
letting this
out.
expire. We would pass a 1 year. We
I'm
put-
suggesting letting it expire,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What are you saying?
that we let the 2 mills expire.
This year?
Yes, it'll collect through this year, but then we could, on the, May ballot of '27, which would be a special ballot, which wouldn't be ideal, so maybe do it the fall, but we could then do a renewal and an increase and have it collect in '27,
In that year.
so that
Then we're
the
at
only
one.
funding gap would be in calendar year '27.
But then the problem is if you do a renewal and an increase and that's retroactive to 2027, you're still collecting for the existing levy at the next year. It doesn't, the existing levy, the big one runs out, collections the following year. So if you put it on the ballot next year, commencing that year, and you'll basically have an overlap of 1 year.
But we don't have to collect for the
We
remainder
just
of the
wouldn't collect
term.
for that last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
If
we,
that could be done.
well, the only
it
challenge
possible?
would be that if we wait till November to do this all and it doesn't pass for whatever reason, we would still be okay with the 7 mil, but we would be short 2 mil. And that is,
If we wait for what?
if we wait in November to try to do this
Wait,
together.
which November?
Next year.
Of
November
2027.
27, when we can
Yes.
do it with the 7 mil. If it doesn't pass for whatever reason, we're still okay with the 7 mil because we do that a year in advance, but we will be short 2 mil, and that does impact operations of the department.
But we would also have guidance from the voters at that point of whether or not they thought our fire levies in total were too much.
Yes, but what if we had guidance this year, whether 2 mils is too much this year, like, what's on the ballot for May? We could just put it on the,
Meetings on the ballot, that's,
Primaries, midterms,
yeah.
yeah.
it's a lot bigger turnout. I mean, and then if we put it on this year and then just collect, just for a year, and it would be nice to
I mean,
have
we're
them.
gonna be on the ballot next year no matter what, so I kind of like a combination of their ideas, so that we do the 2 mil at 1 year, and then next year we try to combine them all.
And can you check to see if we lose it? You don't think we lose the rollback?
If we
do
renew the big one,
increase.
we won't.
Yeah,
at this
And that
point,
way
we
they're
won't.
both
I do know
aligned,
that.
and then we just
Yeah.
do it every 5 years, and we might have to have a small increase at some point, but it's so much easier for everybody. I don't like permanent levies, I don't think they hold people accountable, but I think 5-year levies, it just is less stressful on everybody. And people always usually vote, they always vote yes for our fire levies, so they're very supportive. I mean, Chief, do you have any opinion? I mean, you like the 5 years, right?
I think Chief would prefer permanent.
He wants it permanent, that's not, I don't like the
For me,
permanent.
it's hard to understand public
You-
safety, why it's voted on every couple of years, no matter what. Permanent would be great, but if I was looking at it right now, I am concerned about letting it up, because if we don't have that 2 mil, the 7 mil wouldn't cover my salary for the year. So that's, it's not even counting everything else, so that's kind of, is their concern there, where we'd be short
Yeah.
pretty much, so.
And we wouldn't be finished with the station either, so
No.
at least if we
So-
did give it a little bit more time, we could look at more of,
Could we
think
do a
that's-
2-year and vacate during the second year of the
So
2-year?
what we were looking at was, there's that, idea of combined, but we understand with the rollback. So instead of looking at the rollback, if we were to do this year, a new 2, because to be able to change the years, you have to do a new 2, which would bring us out 5 years. Then this next year, when we do the 7 mil, in 30, let's just say 30 to keep it simple, because I know it gets complicated. Though both of them would be up around that time. By that time, we'll have all the major capital stuff accomplished. We'll know what our everyday budget is really running at that point. A lot of the improvements we're doing in 361 because of the 20 years that it needs, that'll be accomplished. So we'll really know better where we're at. And at that point, the combination, while right now it's a 9, we'd be able to really look at it and say, okay, what do we need between a 7 and 9 to make it work for where we're operating? So I think, in a way, that's why we were pushing kind of that direction.
shells.
It gives us more time to really evaluate where we're at into the future, because a lot of that stuff's gonna be, finishing up.
Well, something that just occurred to me, I don't think we could do a 5-year ever on the fire levy because that's a new levy, right? It's not just a renewal.
Well, we're not, there's no more replacements.
No,
So
there's no replacement, so you either have to do a renewal or a new. If we did a two as a new two, it replaces, instead of doing a renewal, we do a new one.
It can't
We can
be
do it a
more.
5-year.
Yeah.
The 7 mil would stay at the current renewal, so that would be, and then when we marry them up into the future in 2030, when we say, okay, we're gonna combine both, or if we decide that right now it's better to stay with 2 and whatever in
But I'm saying, I think that we have to keep that a 3-year in order to keep the rollback. We can't change it to 5.
No, we're not, we're not changing it.
Back on the 2 mil.
We don't.
I mean,
Yeah.
on the on
yeah.
the big one, though. We're
That's why
talking
in
about the big one.
2030, that might be
Yes.
gone.
Because it'll be
And we'll
on
know that then.
27, it'll be on in 27, and
Right.
then it'll be on.
Yeah, so we'll have to renew it.
But I don't know if you can ever marry it, because wouldn't that count as a new levy and not a renewal?
Yes,
Only the
yes,
renewals.
We will lose that
Yeah.
rollback.
Yeah, so I don't think we should ever count that, because I don't want to lose the rollback.
But
just
if the
for
rollback goes away, like there's a
It could
possibility.
go away.
If it goes away, at that point, it won't matter.
2030.
And we would- in 2030, we'll know
This-
if it's going to go away. And if it does go away, then marrying up those up doesn't
that's
matter.
But if we have a 5-year, we lose it. We can't do the 5-year next year because we would lose the rollback, because it's a 5-year.
Of the big one.
Yeah, I only
yeah.
talk
No,
about
No,
the
the
big
big
one.
one would be
We're-
the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, the big
we're
one would
staying
be
with the
the same. We're not gonna-
3-year for that.
This
What?
is only, we would do a 5-year for the additional. We wouldn't change the big
But,
one.
but we were just now talking about having these next year, having, in 2027, having but a renewal and additional. That's what I'm saying. And
We
so,
decided not to.
well, we haven't decided yet.
we're
Well,
processing.
right, that's what we're processing. No, but but even if that idea, Mike, if we have a renewal next year, 3 years, we can't change it to 5. I
That's
don't
my
think,
understanding.
right?
Yeah,
That would be a
you-
new
that's-
levy, we'd lose the
You
rollback.
cannot. I confirmed that why I
You
called.
can't,
And yeah,
okay.
you cannot with a renewal. You cannot.
It has to be three,
It is.
every
It's
3
under the
years,
same
and I
Still
don't
have
know.
it on a
Yeah.
3-year term as opposed
Huh?
to a 5. We could do the renewal and an increase on a 3-year term.
Yeah, but what,
Any increase, I think, affects the rollback goes away.
I think that was the problem. I think any changes we make, can we
Yes,
confirm that
that's my
any,
understanding.
I'm pretty sure
That's,
any changes we make, I think the priority is to, but then that means we'll have to have 2 separate levies. So what you're saying is if we cannot get the rollback with the, I prefer to do it next year and just have them both in the same, in the cycle, but we could just do what's originally proposed if we'll lose the renewal. It's just that's a lot of levies. So next year,
and I am glad, sorry, Lisa, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt you.
go ahead.
I am glad the chief brought up what we started a capital improvement plan. We know what the station's going to look like. We're not drastically increasing operations by any means. There is an inflation factor. So having I'd love to have a 5-year plan. It is hard if we do these levies.
But it's stressful on everybody. you
Yeah,
know.
1 or 2 years, because we can't plan what we're gonna be able to do or continue as, if we have to keep these short terms all the time.
Yeah, it would be nice, I guess if the rollback goes away, we'll just try to go for the 5-year with one amount, you know.
Exactly.
But I know it's stressful on the firefighters, every 3 years, they're all afraid they're gonna lose their jobs, and that's also just, it's stressful on everybody and all the campaigning and stuff, when usually the public supports our levy, so we should just go with the original plan, unless,
Okay. So
yeah.
that was the 2 mil in 20,
Mike, what do you think?
right, in May of this year.
We
I'd
don't
like
have
to
to
see
decide right
the
now, but-
collection
we need
amounts
to see the
through.
numbers,
Oh, yeah, no, we'll definitely have those ready for the 21st, and I'll have a couple options.
And there is a lot that is on the ballot, a lot of people will be coming out, right?
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
if we're gonna do a special, I would suggest doing it this year, because there is
For
a lot going on.
For 2 years?
I worry more about levy fatigue than losing the rollback. And I think if we have a fire levy on the ballot this year, and then parks and roads in the fall, and then fire levy again next year, that we're running the risk of having a levy being voted down despite, fractional refund from the state for a rollback. So I would,
$1.2 million is a
Unfortunately,
lot,
that's how
though.
we've designed a lot of these. The roads levy is 2 years. We're gonna have to talk about that again. It's
Is that
just-
this year, roads, no, roads is,
Well, we have 2 roads
Oh,
levies,
yeah.
so, that's what we've kind of unfortunately created the
We were gonna combine
situation,
those,
so.
right? When are we combining?
I,
those
we could talk
in-
about that in November too, so it's just, there, if we start doing something with 5 years, that'll be, I mean, Parks is 5, so that's helpful. And I think the other roads is 5 too,
Yeah, the
right?
big roads is 5.
Yeah, so
And
if we can try to get rid of these small 1-2-year ones.
But parks
you know,
and, what's on the ballot this fall? Parks and roads, the other roads?
Other roads,
the big
yeah.
roads.
And then, so maybe separating them would be good for this year, have one now and then,
Rather than fire, parks, and roads all being.
yeah. But if we can't, I mean, $1.2 million, if we keep it, it's a lot of money. I mean, it pays for payments for the,
That the residents don't have to pay.
yeah, it's a
I mean, you pay
lot.
with your state taxes, but it doesn't go into your.
But we'd have to probably increase the levy amount if we lose that, to make up for that.
No,
we
because
used
it
that.
doesn't, the township still gets the same amount either way. It's just that that 12.5% is coming from the state versus.
So we
coming
don't get the
from
same
unchecked.
amount.
We get the township gets the same
The
amount.
residents,
yes.
the
The residents pay more if we lose.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's my point, yeah, they'll have to, yeah, they'll have to pay, they'll have to make up for the
residents have a
difference.
bigger check to write,
Yeah.
yes.
So they'll have
Yeah.
to make up, so that's a lot of money.
Okay,
But we
so-
might be able to, you know, if we had them combined, request less millage overall, which might
Yes.
roughly net out.
Yeah, and that was an option.
Would be the goal.
We were, yeah.
Yeah,
were
if we
going to
combine
present.
it sooner than later, yeah, it would be a lesser millage.
But the amount we'd still,
So residents, if we lost the rollback, would potentially have to pick up
yeah,
that a fraction of that amount, but if we're asking for less money overall, then
but how could we ask for less money overall, because,
if we combine the levies and give up the rollback,
Because you're gonna get property valuations, because the 7 mil is for property
oh yeah,
valuations
that
in
higher, if we have a
2013
brand new levy.
versus the property valuation now is different.
Because they got rid of replacement, which is based
Yes.
on the new valuations, right? So
Yes.
there's only new
Excuse
and,
me.
okay,
Renewal, those are our choices.
yeah.
Okay, so I think
But, yeah, I mean, are we okay to put this one on for 2 years, then try to?
You don't
roll-
want to do the 5
I think we wanted
years?
to do 5.
Oh, 5, yeah,
Right,
so
so the
5.
I mean,
2 mil in 2026, spring, for 5 years. And then in 2027, next year, whether you determine fall or spring, we figure that out later. That's the 7 mil for 3 years, so that every,
Renewal.
But
renewal.
how does that line up then?
because,
it could both be considered in 2030
Yes.
for combination.
So this is,
because one's a year ahead or something like
But
that?
that-
Yes,
how-
a year ahead.
Yes.
I understand where you're confused.
wait, what is it?
So-
So next, so if we do a 2-year, then this will be
So-
up in 2020,
No, it'd
2020,
be a
it's in
5,
5 years, so it'll be
Oh,
up in
5 year.
2031, right?
2030.
2030.
And then, yeah,
26
30
or
is the year
17.
we
Yeah.
can start considering.
Commencing in 30, collected in 30.
But
I
wouldn't
won't
you,
say
you'd
that, I'll
add
confuse you, I'm
5
sorry.
years to this year, which would be 2031, when it would be up for, on the ballot again.
No, it'll be in 30.
It would
No, it'd be
collect through
2031.
31. We could choose to put it on the ballot in 30 or
Yes.
31.
But we don't want to go retroactive, because then there's always escrow shortages, unless we have to. I mean,
Correct.
that's a big money.
Which 5 years would put the
So-
collection through 31, but we could then consider combining the renewal and the
Yeah.
additional in 30, when the
Yes.
renewal would be up.
But why wouldn't we just line both of those up for the same year? Have them both in
think that's-
2031?
Yeah, that's, it. Yeah.
That doesn't
Why is
make
it
any sense.
2031 and why is it not?
Yeah, you
Why
do-
are we saying 2030?
You
and
do
it's not
4
2031?
years. You want to
We
do
could do
4
4
years.
years.
4 years for this, and then next year 5, and they both line up in the same
We
year.
would potentially run into the same situation that we're in right now.
Yeah, yeah, right,
where
exactly.
We're
Yeah,
talking
it's
about
25,
the
26.
additional this year,
Right.
since it's finished collection this year, and the
Mm-hmm.
renewal finishes collecting
wanna
next
put in-
year. I think if we did 4 years for the additional, we'd run into a similar scenario where
Right.
the renewal would have an
So here
additional
you
year
are.
collection over
So-
the additional.
We don't.
But if
We
it's a,
get the last
I-
money
this
this
is-
year for this.
so both
Right.
levies that we have now, are they both collecting, are they retroactive collecting? Do we commence in the same year, or do we commence collection next year?
Because this would just.
I
be
think they're both
for this
commencing,
this page.
Can we ask the auditor's office? Like, our goal is to get them to line up.
This
like-
would, yeah,
Yes.
it would.
It would.
but Don, do you
So,
remember?
yeah, so see down here?
Do you remember the 2-year Did we do that retroactive? We might have done the retroactive, is that?
We did.
Yeah, so it would, and we will, we
that
can
the-
confirm with the auditor's
Yes.
office, but what I'm seeing is if, again, the 5-year and then renewing the 7 mil for another 3 years would align. They would both stop collection at 2031, but you can you can put it on the ballot in
Put 'em on the ballot in
2030.
2030.
So, yeah, because, did we do that in,
I think the thing that's confusing is because we do the 7 mil a year ahead of time and the additional we do not.
Yes,
That's why
That's the
confusing.
year
Yes,
that's
yeah.
off, yeah.
so the one we had last year said 3 years commencing in 2025, first due in calendar year 2026. And then the one we did, hold on just a minute, the 2 mil, wait a minute. So the one, the 2024, the one we had the ballot in 2024, the big one, that was commencing in 2025, first due in 2026. And the 2 mil that we did last year was commencing in 2023.
When did we ask?
When did we do that? Was that 2023? Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
year you
2023.
started, right?
2023.
So that was also commencing in 2023, first due in calendar year '24.
That's why
So,
it's
so it's
confusing.
not
That's why,
retro,
yes,
it's not
we did.
retroactive then. We didn't have it commencing the same year.
Yeah.
It was the next year, so we would need the 5 years. We'd have to have this be a 4-year then.
No.
To line them up, I think this would have to be 4-year.
We'll double check.
Will you double check?
Yeah, we'll double check
Yeah.
with the auditor's
Yeah.
office. They
There's
did.
also no harm in having 5 versus 4, because you could just not
Vacate.
collect the 5th year
Right.
if you renewed it.
Yeah, but good luck trying to explain that. That's
Yeah.
true. But
I-
if we
so
wanted
just
them to line up, I think it'll be
another-
4.
We can confirm
Yes.
how it aligns, but
Yes.
we'll propose multiple year
Yeah.
options.
Because if it's the same exact type of terms, then all you do is just add, 5 years on. And you don't have to worry about when it's collected if it's the same term that we didn't have a,
the same terms. I think that's the problem.
well, the same terms, the same collection terms, commencing. You can have one commence the same year, and we didn't do that. These are all commencing that year, collected next. You can have it commencing, you can have it like somehow, you can have it commencing the next year, but both of these are the same type of language, I mean. Not the terms as a number of years.
We'll jump on a call with the county.
Yeah.
So I think we want them to align,
Yes, that's the goal.
Yes.
so that then we can choose and
Yeah.
4 or 5.
In
I think,
2030, probably,
we think it's 5,
Five.
but we'll double check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that they would combine.
Yeah.
so 3 years, so 2030 possibly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would be, so in 2030, we could decide if we want to, what we want to do, depending on the rollback, or the increased
And just to
millage,
throw
decreased
another
millage.
detail out there, so I serve on the redistricting committee for the school district, and I asked last night, okay, when are you guys thinking you would throw something out there? And the earliest they said would be 2027. Depending on the state biennium budget, they could go as late as 2028. DD is a 5 or maybe 10, I'm forgetting, but they're asking this May. Those are the only ones that I know of. We just approved, the 911 levy. I don't, like Preservation
Do we have
Parks.
MRDD?
MRDD, I don't know what other intel we have from those organizations.
I don't know.
I don't know.
The schools are going when?
At the earliest, sometime maybe in 27.
Oh, okay, anyway, I'm just gonna
And
back
we were
up.
talking,
The
which would be the
language,
year, the big one.
so we did pass the big one, 2024, commencing the following year, 2025, that makes sense now.
Okay.
The date, I wasn't looking at the date. Okay, yeah, so we want them to line up in so many years and then reconsider, and then,
That's what I would recommend.
and so we wouldn't have anything, the next time we'd have something on the ballot for the big one would be,
It'll be next
It'll be next
year.
Yeah, you'll have to renew the
The
7 mil at
7
3 years
mils.
to get them to
and
align.
then.
Parks and roads will be done, but then maybe the new road.
Yeah,
just
we'll
kinda
talk,
go and
we'll have to
figure
talk
that out.
about the road
Yeah.
strategies.
And then we would know if people passed it this year, how they feel about the 2 mils, I guess. But I would like them to line up if, or try to line them if possible.
Me too.
Everybody would like that, yes.
And I don't, I mean, and since our budget has stayed pretty much the same, it's not like we're asking for additional money, I mean, I think it takes a lot more explaining if you're adding an extra 2 mils on or 3 mils, or if this is just the same we've had, so. There probably doesn't need to be a lot of necessary
And when we
voter
have to
education.
do new versus renewal, then you get the new property valuation.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
And
then
that's a whole
it does
nother
bring in a
thing.
tiny bit of.
But this is
extra money.
easy to explain to people, I
Yes,
think,
yes.
compared to some other, yeah. Does that sound good? So we'll have it for the next meeting?
Yeah, we can provide those options and financial projections and all that
Okay,
at the 21st meeting.
yep.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, Mike, are you good with that?
I'd still like to see about combining the levies and giving up the rollback. but-
So.
Oh, we
and
can,
that was-
yeah,
that was gonna
can
be-
so- can you look into that
That one
too?
will, that will be presented as
Okay.
well.
And to see
Yeah.
what that would cost us as homeowners. So I need to know what it would bring in.
Yep.
To the township, and then also what it would cost me as a homeowner.
And then if we did
For
that,
my
we would
$400
probably,
house or whatever.
Yeah.
would we have this for a year and then combine them
No.
next year?
Depending on if we needed money potentially, but we
I'll
could
have to see how
potentially just
early
let the
we can
collection
do
run
it.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll check the timing on how that one would work.
Okay. So you guys are gonna provide us two options,
Yes.
like the two options you came with at the beginning of the
Or
conversation?
three?
Well,
No, there's
yes.
extra. No, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think she had like 6 options.
Well, I don't know what's in my head, but yeah,
Yes.
they're, I'm good with those two, so.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for fleshing that out. I appreciate.
Sure.
us
Yeah,
being able
we'll
to
get more
process that
into
out loud.
details, by the 21st meeting.
And then we would take action that day?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll have the prosecutor's office prepare the resolutions.
And it should, I mean, this is less about the money being collected, more just how to do it.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not like we're asking for extra, it's just same old, same old.
Yeah. Okay, did we have anything else to discuss?
Nope.
Nope. All right, let's get out of here. All right,
Trustee Knapp has spoken.
make a motion to approve resolution 26-023, meeting adjourned.
Second?
Roll call, trustee Ringle,
Yes.
trustee Knapp,
Yes.
trustee Faust.
Yes. Meeting adjourned.